Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Hello there, good evening and welcome to the 9 PM news on Rupavahini's Channel I. I'm Niket Karunaratna.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Sharifah Tahir. Let's take a look at the headlines.
Almsgiving, sill and meditation campaigns throughout the country in connection with the Vesak full moon Poya Day. A request from the Anunayaka Theras of the Malvatta and Asgiriya chapters to celebrate Vesak by giving prominence to Pratipatti Puja. The President reiterates that the peaceful teachings of the Buddha's Dhamma are as relevant today as ever. The Mahakaruna Basmati fried rice Dhansala of the national television will be conducted till midnight today and tomorrow. Venerable Ithalavattunuwave Gnanatilaka Thero of the Ruwanveli Mahasaya has been appointed to cover the duties of the post of Atamasthanathipati. Electricity supply to many areas including Colombo has been restored. Another discussion to extend the US-Iran ceasefire ends without an agreement.
On to those and other stories in detail now. Today is the Vesak full moon Poya Day, which gives rise to many important events in the Sasana history, including the birth of Prince Siddhartha, the enlightenment of the Buddha, as well as the passing away of the Buddha.
Many religious activities have been taking place and Buddhist devotees have been engaged in special religious observances commemorating these three significant events.
According to the Buddhist philosophy, the enlightenment of the Buddha is an extremely noble and rare incident which occurs only after many millenniums. Prince Siddhartha, who was born at the Lumbini Sal Uyana in Kimulwatpura on a Vesak full moon Poya Day, had also attained enlightenment upon realization of the Four Noble Truths. It was through the exalted achievement that the Lord Buddha have been able to point out the meaning of life and the path to nirvana to the layman. The great Bodhisattva had taken Niyata Vivarana, or the commitment to achieve Buddhahood, at the feet of Lord Deepankara Buddha. Other unique and significant events that had occurred in the Sasana history on a Vesak full moon Poya Day include the Lord Buddha's visit to Kimulwatpura, breaking off the arrogance of the Sakya royal family by performing significant acts of Yama Mahapelahara, engaging in the third visit to Sri Lanka and placing the sacred footprint at the peak of the Samanala mountain. The Lord Buddha's passing away had taken place at the Upavattana Sal garden in the Kusinara city, after engaging in 45 years in delivering Sri Saddharma. The Sri Lankan people, nurtured by the teachings of Buddha's Dhamma, have been engaging in commemorating with great splendor the Vesak festival. The Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation has been telecasting live on many religious programs titled Saddharma Varsha throughout the day from Ganevela Purana Vihara in Nikavaratiya. The Pincomers have been organized under the patronage of Chief Incumbent of the Vihara, Shastrapati Venerable Katnorwe Siridhamma Thero. The meritorious acts include Buddha Pujas, Dhamma sermons, Dhamma discussions and community treatment programs. Many Pincomers have also been organized at the Udumaluwa of the sacred Sri Padasthana as well as the Vesak full moon Poya Day today. The Sri Pada pilgrimage season ends at midnight tonight. The chief incumbent of the Sri Padasthana, Venerable Dr. Bengamue Sri Dhammadinna Thero, says that the sacred relics and the summoned god statue at the Sri Pada upper shrine will be brought to the Sri Pada Rajamaha Vihara in Palmadula tomorrow morning after conducting of the Buddha Puja. Large crowds of the devotees were also engaged in religious observances to venerate the sacred truth relic at the Sri Dalata Malikawa in Kandy since this morning. Our correspondent says large crowds were seen engaging in seal campaigns in front of the historic Jayashree Maha Bodhi premises in Anuradhapura. Large crowds have also flocked at Ruwanveli Mahasaya to venerate the great stupa.
Siltega guna ati soma, siltega guna ati soma, siltega guna sema, siltega guna ati soma. සත අට පෑ මව්පේම දිලොවග බුදු සමිනේ දිලොවග බුදු සමිනේ.
President Anura Kumara Disanayake says that he extends an invitation to all to inculcate their lives with the true meaning of the Buddha Dharma, which is based on non-violence and compassion to all living beings.
The President has made these remarks issuing a message in connection with the Vesak full moon Poya Day.
The Sri Lankan people, along with the Buddhist worldwide, commemorate the Vesak with great devotion. The Sri Lankan nation is inherited with a proud Buddhist heritage and its great culture. The President in his message also says the Buddha Dhamma in an extremely practical spiritual way of life and a great philosophical teaching. The Buddhism points out that in order to establish peace in the world, it is necessary, first of all, for each individual to be filled with spiritual freedom. He adds that Sri Lankans must realize that they need to gain this internal peace as never before in the history of mankind. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya in her Vesak message points out the need to mold the lives of individuals according to the sacred Buddhist teachings, giving prominence to virtuous deeds, Pratipatti Puja, rather than engaging in Amisa Puja or in mere commemorations. The Prime Minister's Vesak message further elaborates that the theme of this year's State Vesak Festival, titled Abhittareta Kalyane, or lining up for the common well-being of the society, is a timely message which appropriately realizes the current social needs. She also says the Vesak festival should become a blessing and a strength for the dawn of a nation shining with Dharma. The Prime Minister adds that it is imperative to cultivate the qualities such as the patience to overcome the economic and social changes faced by the nation. The theme based on May All Beings Be Happy should also be observed disregarding all differences such as creed, caste and religious bias. Opposition leader Sajith Premadas, issuing a Vesak message, points out that the Lord Buddha had shown that it is meaningless to remain divided into religion, race and caste. He also says all must make a determination to make use of saying, as pointed out by the Dhammapada, that there is no path rather than the path of Buddha Dhamma, which says that one's salvation should be realized by the individuals themselves.
In the meantime, the Mahakaruna Basmati fried rice dansala, organised by the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation with the support of the Mahakaruna Buddhist Association of Singapore, is currently taking place in front of the Rupavahini premises.
It is open to the public until around 12 midnight. Many public and private institutions have contributed to the Mahakaruna Basmati Fried Rice Festival, organised by the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation with the primary support of the people of Singapore. Venerable Dr. Karaditene Gunaratana Thera, religious advisor of the Mahakaruna Buddhist Association of Singapore. The inauguration of this dansala, which began at 7 p.m. today, was attended by Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa, Deputy Minister K.P. Aruna Jayasekara, Secretary to the President Dr. Nandika Sanath Kumanayaka, Mayor of Colombo Rai Kali Baltasar, Chairman of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation Gihan De Silva, and Director General Manoja Nadishana Amarasinghe, senior management and officials of the Rupavahini Corporation and the heads of institutions representing the sponsoring institutions. Director General of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, Manoja Nadishana Amarasinghe, said that, as previously mentioned, the dansala had commenced a short while ago, following religious observances to seek the blessings of the Triple Gem. He noted that a large crowd was already gathering to enjoy the basmati fried rice organised by the Rupavahini Corporation. He further expected that since the Baudaloka Vesak zone was beautifully illuminated for the festival, a massive number of people people would visit the stall until past midnight to enjoy a meal and refresh themselves. The Director General emphasized that this was a massive undertaking by the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, which the national channel could not have accomplished alone. He acknowledged the valuable contribution of several state entities that always partner with them, including the Tri-Forces, the Sri Lanka Police, the Civil Security Department and the Colombo Municipal Council. Additionally, he mentioned that numerous private organizations had extended their support, especially expressing his gratitude to the Palm Hotel in Beruala, whose expert culinary staff was preparing the food for the event. Consequently, the Director General believed it would be a delightful experience for the devout Buddhist devotees and individuals of all other faiths visiting Colombo to witness the Vesak celebrations, hoping they would enjoy the food regardless of race or religion. In conclusion, he expressed his gratitude to everyone who had contributed and supported the execution of the project. The Baudaloka Vesak zone in Colombo has commenced today.
The Vesak zone, organized by the All Ceylon Buddhist Congress, will be conducted until the 1st of next month. Isuru Tejan of the National Television brings an update regarding the Baudaloka Vesak zone.
Today is the Vesak full moon power day, the day we commemorate the thrifold noble events of Lord Buddha. Since morning, the Buddhist communities across the island have been engaged in various religious observances and spiritual offerings to mark this auspicious day. And right now, we are here at Baudaloka Vesak zone, where you can see a large number of lanterns, colorful pandals and dansals organized for the devotees and visitors. This Vesak festival will continue until the 1st of June, and we invite all of you to come and witness this great occasion.
The Katanayaka Puja Vesak zone has also commenced this evening.
Devotional songs, concerts, pandals, dansals and lanterns were also included in the program.
The Katanayaka Puja Vesak zone officially commenced this evening in a grand manner. National Rupavahini has made all necessary arrangements to bring the spiritual splendor of this festive season directly to the doorsteps of viewers as part of a series of Vesak zones organized across the island for the Buddhist public. Devotees visiting the zone will have the opportunity to witness a wide array of creations, including lantern competitions. Additionally, a live broadcast of a devotional song festival will bring the experience straight to television screens at home. Magnificent Vesak pandals, lanterns and numerous almsgiving stalls are featured throughout the premises. The meritorious event is jointly organized by National Rupavahini, the Katana Regional Development Committee, local, state and private sector institutions and various civil organizations.
Now, in the meantime, the Sri Sambuddha Bhivandana Maharagama Vesak zone is also being conducted on a grand scale. The Sri Sambuddha Bhivandana Grand Vesak Festival, organized for the first time by the Maharagama Urban Council, officially commenced this evening. The opening activities of the festival featured a Vesak devotional song program performed by talented artists from the National Youth Services Council. Following this, the ceremonial opening of the Grand Vesak Pandal took place, which is being presented for the 21st time by the Maharagama Traders Association. Those visiting Maharagama will have the opportunity to experience faith-inspiring exhibitions, pageants, alms-giving stalls and devotional song performances alongside a highly attractive and spectacular Vesak Lantern exhibition. With all these facilities meticulously arranged by the Maharagama Urban Council, the National Rupavahini, as the official media partner, invites the public to visit the Maharagama Sri Sambuddha Bhivandana Vesak zone to witness and venerate these meritorious displays.
The Kiribatkura Vesak zone in Kalania is also taking place in a gala manner. The Kiribathgoda Vesak zone, centred in the heart of Kiribathgoda town, commenced on a grand note this evening. The Vesak zone is officially open under the patronage of Minister of Rural Development, Social Empowerment, Protection and Community Empowerment, Dr. Upali Panilage. The entire event has been organised with the full council and contribution of the Kalaniya Regional Council, the Kalaniya Divisional Secretariat, the Kiribathgoda Traders Association and the Kalaniya Shasanarakshana Mandala. While the Vesak zone has been continuously organised in Kiribathgoda town for many consecutive years, this year's zone features a distinctly unique and a grander setup compared to previous years. An open invitation is extended to the public to visit the Kiribathgoda Vesak zone to witness the spectacular splendour first-hand and cultivate profound spiritual joy in honour of the Supreme Buddha. National Rupavahini is fully prepared to bring live coverage from the Kiribathgoda Vesak zone throughout the 3-day period today, tomorrow and the day after. We'll be back with more local stories after a short break.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kutumi. Pantamari.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Welcome back. And continuing with more stories, a meeting was held recently between the Cuban ambassador to Sri Lanka, Patricia Lizara, and Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayafissa at the Ministry of Health and Mass Media. The meeting focused on the opportunity to further strengthen the long-standing relationship between the government of Sri Lanka and the government of Cuba. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayafissa explained the current successful steps in the health sector of the country as well as the action plan to overcome future challenges. The Cuban ambassador speaking at the event said that Sri Lanka will continue to work to further strengthen bilateral cooperation in a number of sectors including healthcare, sports, agriculture and climate change. The Cuban ambassador presented Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayafissa with a suitcase containing equipment for diagnostics in remote locations manufactured in Cuba for during disasters and emergencies.
Venerable Itale Vatanuvawe Gnanatilaka Nayakathera, the Chief Sangha, Chief of the North Central District, has been appointed to oversee the duties of the Atamasthanaadhipati. The Malvatta Mahaviharya announces that the Atamasthana Committee has taken this decision in accordance with the directives of the Honorable Karaka Mahasangha Sabha of the Malvatta Mahaviharya. The decision has been taken in accordance with the powers vested in the Malvatta Mahaviharya Mahasangha Sabha until the ongoing court proceedings regarding the allegations against Venerable Pallegama Hemaratana Thera are concluded and a final decision is made. Accordingly, it was decided at the Malvatta Mahaviharya Karaka Mahasangha Sabha that met today to suspend the position of the Chief Sangha Chief of Nuvarelia Kalavaya, which has been appointed by Venerable Hemaratana Thera. The decision was taken after drawing attention to the allegations and examining the relevant parties. The statement issued by the Malvatta Mahaviharya states. Deputy High Commissioner of India to Sri Lanka, Dr. Satyanjal Pandey, and the Consul General of India in Hambantota, Harvinder Singh, met with the Governor of the Southern Province, Dr. Susiripala Manavadu, for a cordial discussion. This meeting took place recently at the official residence of the Governor of the Southern Province. During the discussion, special attention was focused on the need to further strengthen the long-standing historical, cultural and economic relations between Sri Lanka and India. They also discussed utilizing the cooperation between the two countries more effectively for the development activities of the southern province. In particular, extensive views were exchanged on modernizing the tourism industry in the southern province, attracting foreign tourists, expanding technical and vocational training opportunities for the youth, strengthening educational exchange programs and improving knowledge sharing in the information technology sector. Furthermore, the training opportunities provided to Sri Lankan government officials, students and professionals through the iTech program implemented by the Government of India were highly appreciated. Attention was also paid to the possibility of implementing new programs in the future to further provide international level training and knowledge opportunities for the youth of the southern province. The governor of the southern province stated that it is highly important to utilize the friendship and mutual trust existing between the two countries.
Now, the electricity supply to many areas, including Colombo, was disrupted today due to an imbalance in the national grid. The National Grid Operating Private Company says measures have been taken to normalize the situation by this afternoon. The anticipated demand in the power system has rapidly declined due to the Vesak full moon Poya Day and the weekend holiday. The company says power generation via solar panels has also recorded a higher figure. As a result, a disequilibrium in the national grid had occurred. In order to maintain the power grid stability and also to provide a continuous supply, steps have been taken to disconnect power feeders at a time when an excess solar power generation had taken place. A low demand is expected tomorrow as well. Therefore, the National Grid Operating Private Company requests solar panel owners to deactivate solar panels fixed on the roofs between the hours of 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. in order to preserve the stability of the system. The company also points out that such a measure would enable to provide a continuous power supply to the consumers without disconnecting the network. Now, Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya met with the United Nations Resident Coordinator in Sri Lanka, Marc-Andre Franche, at the Temple Trees yesterday to discuss post-Cyclone Ditwa recovery efforts and continued humanitarian cooperation between Sri Lanka and the United Nations. Particular attention was drawn to the humanitarian priority plan launched in December 2025 to support communities affected by the cyclone. The initiative concluded on the 30th of April 2026 after providing humanitarian assistance to vulnerable populations across 25 districts through the collective efforts of 81 partner organizations. The discussions highlighted the government recognized the substantial international support mobilized. Now, the ambassador designated of the Holy See to Sri Lanka, Monsignor Andrzej Juzovic, paid a courtesy call on Prime Minister yesterday at the Temple Trees. Welcoming the Monsignor Apostolic Nuncio, the Prime Minister extended congratulations and best wishes to His Excellency on his appointment as the Apostolic Nuncio of the Holy See to Sri Lanka, conveying appreciation for the long-standing friendship and spiritual solidarity with the people of Sri Lanka over the past 5 decades. Both parties reaffirmed their commitment to further strengthening the bonds of friendship between the two nations through the continued engagement.
The government has made plans to create new model towns with digital service facilities under the Clean Sri Lanka concept. A discussion in this regard was held at the President's office recently under the leadership of President's Secretary Dr. Nathika Sanath Kumanayaka. The new town development program is scheduled to be conducted on a more practical and scientific basis with full technological assistance of the University of Moratuwa. At the meeting, a special committee has been appointed to prepare a series of road instructions according to the international standards in the task of creating the towns. The committee is headed by Dr. Sithumani Ratnamalala of the University of Moratuwa. In the initial stage of the project, study will be made on the successful town models of the world. Making use of these observations, measures would be underway to create town models for the country utilizing the directions of the committee. In addition, an extensive e-service network with transparency will be provided for the general public to fulfill their service requirements. Another program of the project would be dealt with scientific and methodical disposal of garbage. A specialist committee was also appointed in this regard.
Now, expressways are being constructed island-wide by extending the road network.
The extension of the Central Expressway from Rambukkana to Galagedara is one part of this initiative.
Now, this is a report of the Central Expressway currently under construction. The expressways, which expands the broader road setup, brings novel expectations to the people. These expressways could be considered as massive avenues of development which brings forward the people's lives and economies by interchanging villages and cities. The total distance between Rambukkana and Galagedara of the Central Expressway is 18.7 kilometers. The work is being carried out under the supervision of the Ministry of Transport, Highways and Urban Development and the Road Development Authority. The total cost of the project is more than 112 billion rupees. A special feature is that the entire funds are being met through local resources. While the construction of the Central Expressway, where would arise connections between the central, northwestern, Sabaragamuwa, north central, northern and eastern provinces. The Central Expressway is regarded as the first expressway in the country which is being carried out by using plans of local engineers and local contracting companies. It is also expected that the expressway would be able to minimize traffic congestions in Colombo, Kandy, Ambepussa and Kurunegala roads. It would also help to strengthen economic relations between provinces through facilitation of road transport. The current duration to complete a journey between Colombo and Kandy is around 3.5 hours. With the construction of the Central Expressway, the journey could be completed within 1 hour. It would become a solution to resolve the constant congestions in the Kadawatha, Nittambua, Kegol and Mavanala towns. The work on the Rambukkana to Galagedara portion of the Central Expressway is scheduled to be completed in the year 2029. Construction of part of the Kadawatha and Mirigama is scheduled to be finished in the first quarter of 2028. Stay tuned for foreign news coming up next.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kutumi. Pantamari.
Welcome back. And on foreign news for tonight, a high-stakes White House meeting between US President Donald Trump and top aides has concluded with no deal announced on a framework to extend the ceasefire with Iran.
Before the meeting, President Trump laid down strict demands, insisting Tehran permanently abandon nuclear weapon ambitions and fully reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian officials have swiftly rejected these conditions, accusing Washington of betraying diplomacy with excessive demands. The Situation Room meeting followed a tentative memorandum of understanding reached on Thursday, which aimed to extend the current truce by 60 days. However, hopes for a formal agreement have stalled as both sides clash over core issues. President Trump stated he is prepared to lift the U.S. naval blockade if Iran allows the destruction of its enriched uranium, but Tehran maintains its nuclear program is strictly peaceful and off the negotiating table.
And on sports news for tonight, Sri Lanka's Ransini Pereira won the gold medal in the women's 200 meters at the Asian Under-20 Athletics Championships. This is the second gold medal won by a Sri Lankan in this competition. The competition is being held in Hong Kong. Ransini Pereira, who won the gold medal in the women's 200-meter race, finished the event with a time of 24.07 seconds. The silver medal went to China and the bronze to India. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka's Sadev Rajakaruna won the bronze medal in the men's 200-meter race, clocking 21.13 seconds. The gold medal went to the United Arab Emirates, while the silver medal went to China. And that's all the news we have for tonight. Join us again at the same time tomorrow. Good night.